great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they worked this well upfield across the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Mayfield's throw there complete to Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Hubbard will get down close to the goal line, but not in. As he'll be marked down at the run. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, here's Lance. Going deep here for Watkins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Running right, here's Sanders. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Looking long for Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over here.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Now a play fake. Lance. Again, that's Watkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Trey Lance taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Mayfield. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Mayfield down. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They see him catch a football from the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Third field in the first half. Not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing. Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Here we go.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And Lance going to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
What do you mean? Shut up.
Robbie Anderson, 73 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful. And it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In motion left goes Allen. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in it. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one wasn't universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And Lance now to throw.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Moore on the return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Let's go. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Now Lance.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Lance looks to throw again.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Khalil Mack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think y'all don't know that one before until he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there. Got a license, didn't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lance looking to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Lance now on first down. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
10 seconds.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Trey Lance, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as a stopper with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield to throw. Pass complete. Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, no places to throw the football, I think.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Thomas brings it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now Mayfield.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down.
Here's Baker.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give him credit, they took their shot. It's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
The Panthers season will press on as we say